Okay, let's try this. Wait, what? There's a okay, no.
Hey guys, I'm Serena Laurel, and here with me I have Garrett Palmer today.
Hello.
So today we're going to be talking about Lorde's new album, Melodrama. Let's start with talking about Greenlight.
I really like Greenlight as just a great way of starting the album off. It's punchy, it's fast-paced, it's one of the most upbeat and kind of friendly songs on here, because there's a lot of emotion she explores later. But Greenlight is just a lot of fun, and I think it's a great way to start the album off. It's no Royals, but it does a great job.
It's the follow-up song to Royals. It's that level of, it's the pop song that's going to be on the pop charts. And the next song is Sober. This is when the album starts to pick up for me. I like
quality.
The quality started getting better for me, even though Greenlight's still really cool as well.
Okay. I really liked Sober. I think it was a great follow-up to Greenlight. I love the backing vocals at a few different moments. And the little, ahs that get thrown in behind the little, high-pitched scream. It's not a scream, more of a yell. I really love that sound. It kind of reminds me of Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion. And that project was fantastic. It kind of feels like it's in the same vein. And with Jack Antonoff, it kind of makes sense because he co-wrote both of them.
Jack Antonoff co-wrote all the songs on this album except for the next song, which is Homemade Dynamite, which I found really interesting because Homemade Dynamite is my favorite song off this album. And I'm a really big fan of Jack Antonoff, so I was kind of taken back when I learned that that was the only song that he did not work on.
I honestly think he should have worked on it. That's my, not my least favorite, but it's towards the bottom.
It has my favorite line in this album, though. Talking about red and chrome and sparkling glass. It's glorifying a car accident. And it's really cool. It's making a car accident sound,
romantic.
Yeah, it's making it sound romantic in a way. It's really cool.
Car accidents are romantic. Don't try and intentionally crash your car.
The Louvre. What caught me off guard is at the end sounded exactly like a Jack Antonoff song. With the little guitar part, started humming one of his songs.
I love all of it except the chorus. I hate the chorus. The boom boom bit, how she's just kind of talking.
The boom boom.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
which is weird because when you think of pop music, they are known for these really catchy, upbeat choruses, and that's what gets you. And the rest of the song you kind of listen, but you're more focused on the chorus. I love the verses. I love how it starts. I love how it ends. I love the instrumentation. I just hate the chorus.
See, I appreciate the fact that it's different than the rest of pop music, while still being pop music, but the first time that I listened to the song, it said it, 5 times? And I was thinking, what? Why? Why did you repeat this 5 times? It was fine once. You could have stopped it once.
just say it once.
And then it just kept going, and I was just
on.
wondering, is this the rest of the song, or what? There's still the comedy in that song. I just love the little bits of comedy.
Yeah. What is it, how we're in the Louvre, but we're not in the front?
We're in the back.
Yeah, we're in the back, but we're
still
we're still there, so we made it. It doesn't matter that we're in the back. That was so cute. I love that line.
I just love hearing the personality in songs. Liability, my favorite single.
It is my favorite single, too. Liability is honestly my favorite song off the entire project. I love how authentic it is. It's so emotional. Lorde is at her best with her songwriting on this one. It reads like a poem that she happens to sing.
But this one's just stripped down to her and an instrument, and it's just real because it's relatable to everyone. She's this big, huge pop star she can do anything she wants. The fact that she just decided to find something that everyone could relate to, rich or famous or poor or living in your parents' house. It's just, everyone feels liable to people.
Okay, one of my favorite parts about the song is how it is so simple and it's a piano with her singing over it, which, Lorde isn't known for that. She has an incredible voice, but part of why she's so good is how complex her music is with the harmonies and the writing and just how sonically most of her songs are very fresh. But this one, it's completely, the opposite of that. It feels like nothing she's done before, which is ironic given that this is the easiest kind of song to make from a musical standpoint. It's just a piano, and it fits really well, but I just, when it came on, I was like, really? This is on here? It's great. I love it.
I'm just really happy that she put it out as a single so that it got that solo attention.
Yeah.
So that people could really understand and love it as much as everyone does. Because I feel like if she didn't put it out as a single, it would have gotten lost in the rest of the album.
Yeah, it would have been a very, very good, deep cut.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have gotten the attention it deserves.
Hard Feelings / Loveless. I personally liked the Loveless side better of this, and I really would love to hear a full song of it.
I preferred the Hard Feelings side better, actually. I felt like I love the harmonies in it. That's probably, again, on the entire project, one of the best parts, but it really shined on Hard Feeling especially. And it's just so interesting. The production is so tight and so polished. It's just like the first, because it's like 6 minutes long, and the first 4 minutes are Hard Feeling. Mm-hmm. And I think that is a great track, and I love that bit. And Loveless is still good, but I would have moved it and made it its own kind of separate thing.
There was just so much flirty playfulness, which a lot of the rest of her songs are so deep and emotional, and then to hear Loveless was just kind of flirty and dark flirty, but still cool.
Yeah, dark flirty, it's Lorde. She's never gonna just be sunshine and rainbows. Supposedly, and it's not true or confirmed, she has a blog that she does under a different name, and she reviews...
The Onions?
She reviews onion rings!
Yes! I saw that one!
Yeah, she reviews onion rings when she's not making music.
I hate to kill your vibe, but she deleted the account.
Because
people started to find out and put it on the internet, just like we are. And that's why she deleted it.
So wait, so people like us ruined her food?
People like us ruined
review.
her onion reviewing.
That's so sad. If I ever meet her, I'm gonna have like a 20-minute conversation about literally about onion rings, like where are the best onion ring places.
Just look it up on YouTube and you can find the whole interview, but she goes in depth about how she likes her onion rings. Writer in the Dark is one that I actually kind of connected to the most, because I feel like I write songs about all of my friends and anyone who I've ever been with, so I feel I connect to that song. And I like that she's making fun of herself, because she got out of a big relationship, and then she's making fun of herself, saying, bet you wish you hadn't gone with the Writer in the Dark.
Overall, it's a great song. It's definitely one of the highlights of the project. You get the emotion that she brings. She has kind of her usual sense of humor is on display. And again, it's not like as sonically interesting as other songs, but I think that works in its favor. Because it's a little more simple, you really get to hear what she's trying to say rather than everything. And she has a great message. Honestly, I prefer the lyrics on this whole project to Pure Heroine. I think this album is a much better album, because while Pure Heroine is by no means bad, it felt very rushed. Like she was trying to make sure her album would come out around the same time Royals did. The album suffered.
I watched a different interview where she had a helicopter flyer to different remote parts of islands so she could finish writing some of her songs. And you can only do that if you're a pop star, right?
Oh my, that's so cool.
Right?
Just, I'm having a little bit of writer's block. I'm gonna go hang out at St. Bart's for a few days. Just really unwind and relax, because this is just really hard to finish this piece. Supercut. This is my least favorite song. I don't like it, at all. Yeah, no, it feels like that's the kind of song that, when you're done making your album, it's like, okay, we have to cut a few things. They like to try, tidy it out. It's like, we have one song left. Which song do you want to put on? And she's like, ooh, Supercut's the least bad of the remaining ones. And it kind of just got thrown onto the project. It's not bad, but I just don't like it. If a different artist released Supercut, I think I wouldn't mind. But because she's just I have her at a higher standard of quality than most other pop acts, so I just expected more from Lorde on every track.
Liability. Reprise.
So the Liability reprise, I don't think it brings anything new to the project. All the ideas she wanted to explore were in Liability, so while it's not bad, it just feels unnecessary. It could have been cut and replaced with something else.
What are your favorite songs?
Green Light. I really liked Green Light. I know you weren't a huge fan. Liability. Mm-hmm. And then if I had to choose just a third one to round it out, I'd say Writer in the Dark. Those would be my 3 favorites overall on the project.
My favorite songs. Number 1, by far, Homemade Dynamite. I'm putting that on my playlist. Rider in the Dark is number 2. Number 3 is Liability.
Ratings! Okay. Overall, like, I've had a lot of good things to say about it, but I'm giving it just a 7. Because, like, there are a few songs in here that I'm not super fond of that I think are kind of average, and then there's Supercut, which I just don't really like. And there are, the highs are very high, but it feels like a good, solid chunk of this project is very good but not great. So I feel like a 7 is a fair rating for the album. Like, I want to see what Lorde does next.
The first time that I listened to this album, it sounded like background music to me. And it might have been because I was listening to it in the background.
Okay, well that makes sense then, doesn't it? I'm going to listen to this album in the background.
But when I actually sat down and listened to it, because I texted Garrett and told him that we were going to do a review on it, I was like, oh my god, this is actually really good. And I really like it. So this album gets a 7 from Serena. We agree on something!
Yay, we did it! I like this album for very different reasons than you do, I think.
But we like it the same amount.
Yeah.
Hopefully she never sees this.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be bad.
I feel like she's the kind of person that would watch
Oh
YouTube
my
things.
God.
And it wouldn't even be to be mean or no. She just would be like, oh, it's kind of funny watching people talk about my project.